Thanks for taking a moment to watch Momentum Moments, where we will literally boost your momentum and your motivation in moments. My name is Abe Brown, and I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I'm a coach. And I want to spend a few moments today talking about overcoming failure. I remember with aching clarity the time I really failed. This was not a normal failure, but it was a pretty spectacular crash, which led to all sorts of collateral damage in my life and in the lives of those I deeply cared about. Like most of us, I'd failed in the past, but this particular failure was so significant, and it so profoundly affected the lives of family, friends, and others that I was attached to that I considered suicide. I actually made an attempt at suicide, and that attempt at ending my own life actually changed my life forever. This suicide attempt changed my life because had I succeeded, I would have damaged the lives of those I care about, like my children, way more than even the initial failure did. The good news is that I was able to overcome my failure. I began to notice that all my failures, my mistakes, my frustrations were actually laying the foundation for the insight and understanding that's actually created the new level of living and professional success that I now enjoy. You know, C.S. Lewis said that failures are finger posts on the road to achievement. You know what that tells us? That attaining success is about having the courage to try new things and at times not hit the mark. But each time we miss it, we learn, we recalibrate our aim, and we cultivate our lives personally and professionally towards success. So on this topic of failure, I got to tell you folks, I failed far more than I've succeeded in my life. I'm far from perfect, but there is this irrepressible desire to keep on keeping on and to get back up when I fail. I don't want the fear of failure and of letting myself and others down to hold me back. I was born for a reason, to make a positive impact. Everything I want is on the other side of fear. The only thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve is the fear of failure. Let me say that again. Everything I want is on the other side of fear. The only thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve is the fear of failure. So I press on. I keep getting up. And at times I continue to fail. Then in the end I might succeed. I love this quote by Dennis Waitley. Failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat. It's a temporary detour, not a dead end. Failure is something we can avoid only by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. So I'd like to share with you folks 3 ways to overcome failure. Number 1 is love yourself. Now there's a growing body of research finding that we can rewire our response to mistakes and failures so that they're not just things that we avoid. The key, self-love. Self-compassion. Several studies show that when we practice a new way of approaching failure, it can change failure from something we fear into something that we embrace. The biggest challenge is giving yourself permission to relate to failure differently. There's a University of California at Berkeley study published last year that found that when a group of students failed on a test, those who were reminded to be self-compassionate with phrases like, "Don't be too hard on yourself." It's common for students to have difficulties with tests like these. They were actually motivated to spend more time studying for the next exam compared with students who were given statements meant to simply boost their self-esteem, like, "You must be intelligent if you got into Berkeley." Now the lead researcher on this little project said this: "We found that people who were taught to be kind to themselves felt more motivated to see their mistakes as a chance for growth. Outside validation didn't seem to matter as much." And so we need to learn to love ourselves. Number 2 is to learn from failure. To overcome failure, we need to learn from it. If we don't learn from our failure, all that pain and misery is wasted, and we risk making the same mistakes over and over again. You know, Naveen Jain, who's a billionaire entrepreneur, said this: "In the business world today, failure is not an option. We need to change this attitude towards failure and celebrate the idea that only by falling on our business face do we learn enough to succeed down the road." Build on your failure. Use it as a stepping stone. Close the door on the past. Don't try to forget your mistakes, but don't dwell on them either. Don't let them have any more of your energy, your time, or your space. Learn and simply move on. The 3rd key to overcome failure is live. Be fearless. Everything I want is on the other side of fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. I'm talking about every dream, every aspiration, every idea for a new startup, a business, every project, every awakening of new possibility and potential. Everything is on the other side of fear. The only thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve is the fear of failure. So let's live. Let's be resilient. Let's be mentally and emotionally tough, unafraid. Let's be fearless. One final thought, folks. Every adversity, every heartache, and every failure carries with it the seeds of future success. Don't be afraid so much of the failure, but be afraid of getting stuck. I believe in second chances, and I hope that you do as well. Thanks for watching. I would love it if you could offer your comments, if you could like this video, if you would share it. If you want more support overcoming failure, please reach out. You can always reach me through our website or by emailing me. My email is abe@momentumcoach.ca. Thank you. Go out there and fail. Then love yourself, learn from the failure, and live fearlessly. Thank you so much, folks. Take care.